What's happening, guys? Han Yolo, another beer video. I'm very excited for today's beer because it's a brewery that I have never had. I guess I changed that this weekend, but I've never done a video of this brewery, of beers from this brewery, and I've never had their beers before until this last weekend when I was in Canada, and I've kind of always wanted to try their beers because I've seen a lot of pictures about it. I read about them, and I was just really excited to be able to try it finally. So I left with a few cans. This one is called Orange Slices Citra Double IPA, and the brewery is Twin Sails Brewing out of Port Moody, Canada, man. It's 8.2% ABV, and it says limited release right here. It's gonna be kind of hard. I'm gonna try to move it closer to the camera because the light's really reflecting off of this white can there, but there you go. Here's that can artwork. You got orange slices, very appropriate for a beer called Orange Slices Citra Double IPA. It says keep cold, drink fresh. And I couldn't find a canning date on here, so I guess my suggestion to them, I know there's a few other breweries that don't mark or don't label a date on their cans as well, but I mean, to be able to drink it fresh, you gotta know when it was canned, right? So just my suggestion there. There's nothing on the bottom of the can. It says strong beer, ingredients: water, malt, oats, wheat, hops, and yeast. Check that out right there. Put it closer to the camera just so the light doesn't bounce off of it too much. But yeah, man, let's get this into a glass, see what it looks like, smells like, and tastes like. I've never had this before. I had a flight when I was there at Twin Sails, and we brewery hopped like no other there, man. I've done that before. We brewery hopped at places that we just never went to before, but we have tasted a lot of Canadian beers before. And for the most part, I'm gonna say it was a good experience. Their beer scene may not be as, I guess, not at the state where the U.S. is, or just Oregon, I suppose, but it was still a good time. Going to the beer here, for about, I'm gonna say a finger, very soapy, densely compact bubbles in the head here, slightly orange, a little bit yellow, tiny bubbles all the way up to, I'm gonna say medium bubbles, medium small bubbles, not quite very medium bubbles. The color is straight up freaking juice, dude. Straight up juice from Canada, New England style IPA. It looks like straight up orange juice. Maybe not orange juice, but some kind of artificial fruit drink for sure. Just very thick looking, very juicy. Just, you can't see through it. It's extremely hazy, dude. It is not cloudy. It's extremely hazy, and I can kind of smell already the juicy citrus notes of this. But yeah, putting it to the light, same thing. Orangey yellow color. Very, I'm gonna say, way more orange than yellow. Yeah, let's get the aroma on this, man. Extreme citrus, and I totally expected that coming from a beer called Orange Slices, a double IPA with Citra. Totally expected that. But like, it smells like very fresh squeezed orange juice too. I know I say that a lot, but this legit smells like I just squeezed a crap ton of oranges, the juice, into a glass and start smelling it. There's definitely a ripe, candied orange note to this. I'm gonna say like those orange, like gummies, like they're not sour, they're just like coated in sugar, but they're little orange slices coated in sugar. I'm not quite sure what they're called. They're probably called orange slices or orange gummies. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe a little bit of, I guess, earthy notes, but very little. The whole like orange creamsicle, there we go, orange creamsicle, not lighter in the vanilla department, but definitely the sweet orange creamsicles aroma, kind of like the orange creamsicle ice cream bars. That's pretty much what this smells like, man. Really excited. Hopefully it lives up to all this hype around the smell, at least for me. Let's get the flavor. Cheers. Yeah, now that's initial impressions of this, just from that one sip. Damn good beer. A lot of citrus, a lot of candied oranges up front, man. Take a note of there. Mouthfeel spot on. I'm gonna say It's slightly pillowy, definitely not thin. It's, if anything, it's thick for the style, the IPA style that it is. But definitely right there for New England style IPA. The mouthfeel, I'm gonna say it's right there for New England, man. It's pillowy, I suppose, not super pillowy, but is like, it's just, it works. It works for this beer. They definitely put a lot of oats and wheat in here, which I assume is associated to the mouthfeel. Makes sense to me. Definitely there, man. Yeah, up front, citrus, slight pithiness, a little bit of bitterness, not a whole lot. If I had to rate this IBU on the IBU scale, I'm gonna say it's like 10, 15 maybe. It is not that bitter at all, like not that bitter. The orange flavor definitely comes through and carries all the way through. It finishes, I'm gonna say, a little too soon for me. The finish doesn't last very long. As soon as you swallow it, it kind of just disappears. Like it tapers off very, very quickly. Not like a, you know, nice gradual. What am I trying to say? It doesn't fade away gradually. And being brewed with Citra, a double IPA, I expected absolutely nothing other than maybe a slight bit of grassiness, but I expected absolutely nothing more than just orange notes, citrus notes, and yeah, I can't complain, man. That's, I mean, it's on the can and just delivers. I just wish that the finish lingered around a little bit longer. It's not a very complex beer, which is fine. This is one of those beers where you just don't want to think too much about a beer. You just want to drink a freaking good IPA. This is it, man. This double IPA, 8.2% ABV. You can barely pick up on the alcohol, man, and that's, you know, that's pretty good to do, I must say. Especially with the mouthfeel and the huge explosion of orange and citrus, just citrus overall. I'm gonna say mandarin oranges, regular oranges, navel oranges, shit. Oranges from Florida, oranges from California. I don't know, man. Like, it's just a lot of oranges in here, as expected from Citra brewed beer. It's just very good. Yeah, not a whole lot else to say. I'm gonna say this is one of the best beers I've had from Canada thus far. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. And I've had a lot of freaking Canadian beers previously and this time around. Like, just, it's just not, you know, they're coming up. I'm not disappointed at all. Beers were great. I had a good time. There were some very interesting beers that we had there. Extremely interesting, and they're, you know, they're advertised, they're marketed as experimental beers, I believe. So they were very experimental. Some of them were good, some of them were very strange and kind of, you know, you only get a little bit to drink out of like a taster. So I'm glad 3 of them were like that, because there's no way it's going to finish like 8, 10, 12, 16 ounces of that. Like, it was rough putting down that 4 or 5 ounces, but man, I had a freaking blast there. It was great, and this beer is great. Definitely highly suggest checking out Twin Sails, not to be mistaken for Full Sail, out of Hood River, Oregon, but Twin Sails, man, out of Port Moody, Canada. They're doing some good shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. They had a very extensive tap list, and their cans and everything is just very reasonably priced. It's pretty great. The vibes there, amazing. Super packed when we were there, but the vibes are all there, man. Highly check it out just for the experience itself, and the beer is just a bonus, I suppose. But anyways, man, this is Twin Sails Orange Slices, I believe. Orange Slices, Citra Double IPA, 8.2% ABV. You guys like the video, give a thumbs up. Comment down below, hit that bell so you know you get all the notifications, all the videos that I upload. What else? Like the video, do all that, you know what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching, and remember, dream big dreams and believe all things are possible. Thanks for watching. Cheers.